So,
Just another catch up, I guess.
yeah, just back at it again.
But this time you have wine, which I think is amazing.
Honestly.
You don't even say anything, you just look at your wine.
I love it. Does
you
anybody
drunk?
else, I wouldn't say I'm drunk,
You just
but
a bit
I've
tipsy?
definitely had, red wine just goes straight to my head. I can
Yeah,
have 2
it
sips and be like,
does.
you know what, I'm kind of drunk.
True that.
And then I have a bottle and I'm like, nope, I am drunk.
Nope, I'm wasted.
I'm fucked up. Yep.
And you know who else is trying red wine for the first time?
Dun, da, da, da.
Ta-da!
I'm back.
We have a guest today on the podcast.
Like, actual for real, this is her first time trying red
First
wine.
guest. First time
Literally.
red
She's here
wine.
to change her life.
We're here-
First podcast, first time in the Tesla.
Yes.
First time drinking red wine.
First
love it.
time the three of us have been back together drinking together again.
Period. Cheers.
Remember all
Cheers to that.
Remember all the times we used to get I have no drink, sorry, that was lame. Remember all the times we used to get drunk together though? Like,
I don't really remember them, but
yeah,
I remember
true.
them.
I know they were fun.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Oh my
So
God.
dangerous.
Dangerous.
I don't know how we
and-
didn't die or like at least injure ourselves.
Especially you, Emily. Like, I really don't know how
Fact.
I don't know how you didn't injure yourself when you would do like full on dance routines wasted.
Honestly, the power of a breakup just gets you. You become like immortal.
Yeah, you're
You can literally do anything. You can be as crazy as you want, and there's like some breakup god like looking over you,
so true.
being like, "Do whatever the fuck you need to do."
Literally.
Can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Yeah. Do whatever the fuck you need to do and get through it, sis. Here's.
Can I swear? What do you
Yeah.
think this is, a children's podcast?
Literally.
Well, don't you put it on YouTube?
Well, the only thing we block out is exes' names.
Like,
Jake Paul thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing we bleep out. We don't bleep out
Okay.
swear words. You can
Only
say whatever you
purely
want.
because we don't want to give them any screen time.
No, you're not getting any
Period.
clout from us.
No way.
Yeah, I feel like when you go through a breakup or anything like negative, you literally have like this like trauma.
It's empowering.
Yeah, like it's just this like, who gives a fuck? The worst shit's already happened. I'm just gonna do
life
whatever I
can't
want.
get any fucking worse.
Literally.
So, let's just
Yeah.
run it down.
Let's get wasted every night, and that's what we did in that house because I feel like we're all going through shit.
That was so crazy. I wasn't even in a breakup, but like now that I look back, I should have been.
Yeah, you should have been.
Absolutely.
You were in a toxic situation.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
weren't we all though? Actually, you weren't. You met the love of your life in that period of your time.
I did.
We were
Yeah.
all in such different parts of our lives
Mhm.
especially compared to like now.
Literally.
That
all of us-
person, I don't even know who those people are. Like all of us
No.
individually, we look like sorry. I feel
We
like,
do look pretty good.
I feel
now.
like we look better now. Yeah,
We've definitely all had glow ups for sure.
100%. But
Nah, that was
just
me
as
at my
people-
hottest.
Really?
That was me at my hottest. The only difference now is I have big lips. And I didn't before. I was literally like
Really? You thought you were at your hottest then?
I don't know. I disagree.
skinniest, tannest.
You were
my hair was
unhealthily
beautiful.
skinny. You would literally drink a bottle of wine, if not a fucking carton of cruisers,
Mhm.
if not every day, every couple of days, and eat pasta with nothing in it.
True that. And you would tell me that you never drank water, and I'd be so concerned.
And you don't like vegetables.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Tell me how much of a disaster my life was.
But we're just saying you've definitely blown up so much
Yeah.
since then.
Thanks,
I would
guys.
say the same.
I need my tan back, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you eat vegetables now?
Well, previously when we were living in that house,
Mhm.
I ate my extensive range of vegetables that I ate was potato,
Yep.
period. That was it. Now,
Potato, sweet potato.
potato, sweet potato, pumpkin, and corn.
Nice.
So I still don't get lettuce on my burgers because I think the crunch makes me.
Sick.
I love the
It's just an
crunch.
ick.
I love the crunch. Should go to Macca's and get a McChicken with what is it that you get from Macca's that has you take
tell me.
all the healthy stuff off it?
I get a crispy chicken.
Oh, the wrap?
crispy chicken. No, the burger. And then I get no lettuce, no tomato, and then I add Aussie Jack cheese. Not the regular cheese, the Aussie Jack cheese, because it's like real cheddar and it's so it's just aioli cheese and chicken.
Literally.
It's just
And
like
bread.
it's like a luxury chicken and cheese.
Wow.
Yum though.
Well, I am proud of you anyway for eating
Thanks.
corn at least.
yeah.
And I drink heaps of water now.
Do you?
I
Really?
literally buy the brand of water that you used to keep in your
The
room.
Pura.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Pura
I have
box.
the same thing.
How good is
Literally
it?
changed my life.
We put the Pura water in our like filter in our fridge.
Oh, so
like
smart.
we buy the boxes and just like goon sack it.
Yeah,
into
I
the-
do not ever. I would rather dehydrate than drink tap water.
Same. Do you know how much hate me and Bianca get online every time we post something about water? Like if I'm filling up water and we vlog it, or if we take a photo, literally so many people are like, you guys are so pretentious. Like some people don't even have water. Like they start getting so dramatic. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just telling you that if you have the choice
You're
to
not doing
drink
it
this pure water
maliciously.
or tap water, please choose this. Don't choose tap water.
Literally.
Do
People
you
get
guys
really
even
angry.
know Zoe and Bianca?
Yeah,
Whether
do
they
you
do
even know me?
anything the same as anyone else.
Call me
I-
pretentious because I am.
That's so
Period.
rude that people would even assume that you're doing it in like a malicious, like privileged way.
Oh, literally.
It's
I'm
literally
drinking.
just water.
Oh, it's yeah. But then again, people will hate over literally anything.
Literally.
for fun.
I haven't had any hate in ages.
They can't
Really?
use
Yeah.
lesbian hate because it's 2023, so they just give you the hate.
True.
Yeah. No, I haven't had any hate in a really, really long time, actually. It's been really nice. I feel
Really?
like it's because I've grown so much.
I'm like so surprised. I'm like, really? No one said anything.
like an
said
applause
anything.
noise in
Yeah.
there. Yay!
No, I think it's definitely just because I'm just a really fucking good person now.
Mm.
And no one can hate on her because it's just a fucking fact.
Because she's just so great. No one can hate on her.
No, not even for a second. And like, not saying that I haven't always been great, but like, it was questionable at times.
Yeah.
Look, this podcast. This podcast is literally called Ex-Best Friends because we're literally all ex-best friends. So yeah, we've seen each other do some shit and we've hated on each other before, so we know. We be knowing.
Okay.
I feel like half the community be knowing.
hate
That's
is
true.
a really
No,
strong
it is. We
word.
never hated on each
I
other.
never hated either of you guys.
It was like really nice because even though we all like, I feel like we had to go our separate ways, but like
Mhm.
from the outskirts, it was like, fuck, I hope you're doing so well.
Yeah,
and
so
I think that's
true.
like the best and like the best reason and like the biggest reason as to like why we're still all able to like pick up a bond and just be like, nothing's changed except for us.
Yeah.
yeah,
but-
and that we're
So
still
true.
all close, regardless of how much actually has changed.
Like we're just better.
How good are friendships like that?
I know.
Like you come back together and you're just like, oh my God. Like when I saw you, I'm just like, just let me hold you. Like you just want to hug for so long.
I do. I love hugging.
Literally.
I love hugging you because you're so tall and you actually give me
Oh
like
my
a proper
god,
hug.
isn't it so
Love
nice
giving
when
good
someone
hugs.
bigger than you and like
and
taller?
you smell the same
And
as
you
you
like,
did 3 years ago.
oh my God.
I love it.
Literally, first time I saw Zoe after we hadn't hung out in a while, I think the first
In the
thing I
club
said
you
to
said
you, I
it.
literally grabbed you and I was like, you still smell the same.
Yeah, you still smell the same. I do.
I'm
I
glad
have been
don't
wearing
smell the same.
the
I would
same
smell like fucking
cigarettes and
cigarettes.
no,
and
you never
pink
smell.
Moscato
Oh, yeah.
and the dirt from rolling around.
Literally out the back of the house.
Clean girl aesthetic.
Also, the literally, if anyone doesn't know what, like us being ex-best friends, we lived together 3 years ago now. It was literally 3 years ago. How crazy is
Wow.
that? So in 2020, January is when I moved out, and then you moved out shortly after,
Yeah,
or
I got,
or
I got
everyone.
kicked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
Zoe left on her own terms,
I
but
did. I
not
fled the
cleanly.
fucking country from these bitches. I was like, I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
It was like a harsh leave, and then I got kicked out,
Mm-hmm.
Which was also really
Harsh.
harsh.
and then you sold my fridge without me knowing.
How much money did you get for it?
I don't.
$200.
Oh.
I know because I saw the ad on Marketplace and I knew it was my fridge. But anyway, period.
Water under
forgot
the
about
bridge.
that.
Water under the bridge.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
No, it's fine.
I love that.
You know what? At the end of the day, I had a puppet master.
You weren't the instigator.
Thank you very much. I was really
You
Oh my
sad.
had
god, I
someone's
just got
hand
so much
shoved up.
flashbacks of memories and like
I just didn't have
all
a
my
voice.
clothes that got thrown out.
That's why it was a harsh leave.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I had a box of clothes in the garage, and then I asked a particular someone who we live with where they went, and this particular person was like, I don't know, I haven't seen them.
After they
And I
just
was
cleared
like-
out the garage.
Yeah, and then I saw
And I took all the blame for it.
and I saw the stuff in the back of the car, and I was just like, cool, that's all my clothes going straight to the dump.
Anyway,
No
And here we are.
hard feelings.
No hard feelings. We're here. All those clothes were ugly anyway. Like I wouldn't have worn them anymore.
it
Anyway,
was
so.
growth.
So yeah, we lived
Yeah.
together. I had an abrupt leaving. You had an abrupt leaving. Then what? Like what? Did you guys stay living there? Because I feel like I've never asked you this.
Oh, yeah. We stayed living there. And then after like a year, no, like the rest of the like the lease, whatever it's called, it was like probably 6 months to 8 months. We ended up having a bit of a break in the last 2 months that we lived there. And she went and got another girlfriend. And I,
How'd you do?
you know, as I always do. But when I went and moved in with my parents and we both did actually. And then I moved in with Renee, and that's when I was like living my best girl life and quit my job for OnlyFans and things like that.
Oh,
And I just got
okay.
straight
The
back in.
hustle begun.
The hustle did begin. That's
And
when I
now
started it.
you're back there as well.
I am. I'm back on
But
the
you're in a better
OnlyFans.
place.
I am. I feel like I'm doing like really well. I've had no job now for a week and a couple days.
Nice.
And so far so good. I've made like 3 weeks worth of wage in that
Perfect.
period of time.
Perfect.
So I feel like I'm going to be fine. I still have a bit of anxiety because I don't like being super like sporadic with my finances now that I'm like independent and I'm finally on top.
Yeah.
I'm ahead. I didn't want to like risk that, but also I would rather risk having a hustle than being unhappy.
Well, it's always going to feel nerve-wracking because unless you have, this is how people get stuck in the trap of 9 to 5 work that they hate, because it's consistent income that pays your consistent bills.
You have to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Following your dreams is uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable to be working in a situation where you don't know like where money is coming from.
period.
Literally.
It is really like scary, especially because my rent is so expensive.
Yeah, living
but
on the
the
Gold
beach is
Coast. The beach
right
is
there.
literally right
I live
there.
like quite literally less than 20 steps away from the beach in like a really beautiful
How
area.
long are your
but
fucking legs?
Yeah.
Damn.
you're right. 20 steps is
She
how
said
many?
Slenderman.
Maybe like, I would say you
1,
live
2, 3, 4,
20
5,
meters.
6, 7 houses from the beach.
yeah, 7 houses from the beach.
And it's definitely worth the money, but it's still
Lots of money.
lots of
Agreed. I always say like, because we live like on this same beach line but a bit further down and probably the same distance to the beach, and our rent is expensive, but the lifestyle and the happiness I feel
So
from
much
being able
better.
to go to the beach every day, like when I'm just having a down day, I literally will just go and sit on the beach, or I'll go for a walk, or
Yeah.
a bike ride or like, and everyone else is doing the same thing. So if you ever considered moving to the Gold Coast, do it.
because you get to cry on the beach. Like,
If you're listening in the back there.
As someone who has gone Brisbane, Gold Coast, and back to Brisbane, go to the Gold Coast.
yeah, cool.
Because Brisbane ain't it.
Yeah.
Would you ever come back to the Gold Coast?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to so bad. Like, honestly, the opportunities that arise while you're down here, just like you said, for a better lifestyle, without like spending heaps of money, except for like on rent, obviously. But like in Brisbane, honestly, what is there to do? Like, you wake up, you go for lunch, you usually go to like a restaurant or a pub. You've got an Uber everywhere.
There's so much traffic.
So much traffic, and so many people getting Ubers because everyone does stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
And
No offense, but it kind of stinks in the city.
literally the air is
Stinks.
different down here. Like,
Yeah.
it is just, as soon as I like get past maybe like Nerang, like when I'm driving down here, I wind down my windows and I'm just like, oh my
Fresh
God, I
air.
just feel like I wasn't even raised here, but like I feel at home when I
Yeah.
come to the Gold Coast. And like, please don't all move to the Gold Coast because
There's too much traffic.
I'm gonna
already.
need a house. I can't have the housing crisis get any worse.
Literally.
But yeah, definitely from going the life that I lived here, like I'm glad I went to Brisbane because I was able to do like all the things that I've done in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Meet the people like that I have, had the relationships that I've had, like friendships, partner, everything. But it's just, I wish I could take that and just like bring
Put it
it
on-
down
yeah.
here.
And
You've had an interesting life over the last 3 years.
Yeah, so when we were all living together, I got fired from my job and
For going to a festival.
for going to a festival
my
and
God,
posting it
that's
on my
right.
social media because when I said I was sick, even though I was allowed to, but anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
We were so young.
It was for LMA. I had to. I was like, if anything,
Fair.
I'm going to go see this bitch because I'd just been through a breakup. Like, my life that year was not it. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do, nice to myself. Got fired for it, period. Best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah,
No
worth it.
I started, can I say it? Can I say stripping?
Yeah, you can say
okay,
stripping.
cool. I started stripping and
every episode Jordan's like, my OnlyFans link is down below.
Yeah.
see
Started
my pussy.
stripping, loved it. Loved it. Had the plan of moving to Darwin.
Yep.
3 months later, I did move to Darwin. I sold all my stuff.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Packed my
true.
bag. That was the last time I actually saw you before I went to Darwin. And that was why I got kicked out, because I was like, keep a room for me. I'll still pay for it. And that was like, sorry, quack. I was like, not happening.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, again, another story.
Yep.
So I started stripping, moved to Darwin.
We definitely need to do, just quietly, we just definitely need to do a episode on things that you put up with that your exes did.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a really good
Things
idea.
that your exes did that you put up with. So if anyone
That could
has
be an EP.
anything crazy that they want us to
read out
to
for
share,
them in that next episode.
Yeah.
please, even if you don't want us to share it, like, please tell me the fucked up shit that you dealt with.
Yeah,
but now
send
you're not
them-
dealing with it anymore.
Yeah.
Send them
But
to my
the stuff that you
business
dealt with at
email.
the time, because I feel like we can all really relate as
Learn.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah, because afterwards you're always like, oh my God, I put up with that shit.
Literally, what? Anyway, sorry.
Moved to Darwin. Hated it with every bone in my body. And then I was there for 7 days. On the 4th day, the news that I wasn't able to watch on the TV because they didn't give us a TV in the apartment that I moved to or Wi-Fi. So I was just hoping my data didn't run out. COVID
True.
started and they were like,
God.
if you are not in your home state, go before you can't
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
next however long.
Imagine
They
if
were
you got
saying
stuck
2
in
weeks.
Darwin.
They were saying like 2 weeks, a month, you might not be able to go home. So I came home and then I moved back to the Gold Coast and then was here for a little while. Moved back to my mum's house after a little while, which is like halfway between Gold Coast and Brisbane. And then once I started OnlyFans, not available anymore. But
You can
that
go
was
to
my
mine instead.
income. That was my income. And then the clubs opened back up and it was popping.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, I've got all this money that the government has just given me for
I'm
doing
taking
nothing.
it straight to the strip club.
We're going to the strip club because I haven't seen titties in live for a minute, a hot minute.
live.
Wow, we
HD.
actually got quietly. We got really lucky in COVID time that the government just gave us money. People in America went like homeless and fucking.
Yeah.
I know our government. Oh, well, actually, Bianca did get 2, I can't remember what they called them over there, subsidy checks. Like, they got 2, but like nowhere near what Australians were getting.
We're getting like $750 a week.
I wasn't allowed to get anything because I was offshore. I applied
Shit.
because I didn't have a job over there, and they were like, no, you have to be onshore to apply for that. And I was like,
Fuckers.
sick.
My bank account's still onshore.
Yeah, literally. Dogs.
So yeah, then I started stripping again, loved it. And then it got to a point where I was, serious matter, trigger warning, I was doing a lot of drugs and I was drinking really heavily. Like blackout 5 times a week.
Wow.
And it was really,
Is that a common lifestyle for strippers that you know of?
yeah, absolutely. Probably not to the extent that I was getting, but there's like 2 types of strippers. So there's like a stripper who's really good at like solo hustling and gives you like a really like intimate girlfriend experience, and they get booked for like 4 or 5 hours by one guy. And they have regulars that come in and see them. They like are their other girlfriend. That's like a fantasy thing.
Yeah,
But like
okay.
they keep in contact with them, like they buy them presents, they'll literally just like transfer them money when they're out. Like
It's like a sugar daddy similar.
yeah,
Wow.
but like it's without the sugar, kind of. You're only giving like a little
Minimal
bit of
sugar,
Yeah,
yeah.
like 1 grain.
Just a little bit.
And then there's like party strippers. So I've always been a party stripper. I worked in 4 clubs in Brisbane. And every single club that I went to, I was the type of bitch that people would bring a group of people in. Like a group of guys would come in and they would book like a group of 3 or 4 of us. And they'd stay with us all night because we knew how to party.
Yeah.
But you couldn't really have that much fun with your customers. And they
Yeah,
wouldn't really come
okay.
back if you weren't like like turning up with them, you know, like they booked you to party with you, not to like have you there while they party.
Wow. So you had to get wasted, you felt like.
Yeah. And then my social anxiety started to get a little bit bad, I think just from like the drug use that I was doing, to the point where I wasn't able to go to work. Like I would get to work already drunk, and then I would drink like 4 drinks before I even like spoke to anyone, and then I would find one person who could just provide me with alcohol all night, and some nights I wouldn't even care about getting paid. I would just drink like all night until
just
like
to deal with it,
just to be there. And like obviously there's lots of different strippers in between, but for me, like those are like the 2 biggest categories. And you're either one or the other usually, unless you're like, you have one really good regular and then you're a party girl. But usually you're not both.
Wow.
From my experience and who I surrounded myself with. And then, it got to a point where the people around me were more enablers than they were like concerned for our health as a collective, as a group. And it was just getting to the point, I turned 25 and my little cohort that I was like hanging out with was like, let's go to kick-ons, let's bender, like we've just finished work at 3:30 a.m, let's kick on until 3 p.m. the next day, and then go to work at 7 and then do it again
3 p.m. the next day. Oh my god, I could literally have done that a handful of times in my life, and I literally look back and I have no idea how you...
I spent like 2 years doing it.
Oh my god.
Like,
crazy.
and like 3 times a week.
I did not do well at all that time in my life.
It was at the time, oh my god, I had the best fucking time. It was like the funnest shit.
Yeah.
Because like that's in that moment what I wanted to do. But then there was like this thing that I feel like it was just me turning 25, that it just hit me all of a sudden, that I was like, I don't want to live like this. Like I'm happy to go make money and then say goodnight at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And like
not kick on and literally waste all the money you just made.
Literally, the people around me were like, I would literally go to bed and then they would be like, I'd fall asleep and they'd come in and wake me up in like half an hour after I'd fallen asleep and be like, we're going and we're walking to the other people's apartment, like come with us. And I got to the point where I was getting like really like angry because I was just like, just let me fucking sleep. If I'm already asleep,
let me sleep.
Don't wake me up.
That's so annoying.
And so I moved apartments because I was staying at this apartment like all the time just because it was like the party apartment. Excuse me. Party apartment. Party apartment.
Wow.
Jesus.
Get it out.
Take it out. So I moved to my own apartment with my housemate who I was living with, and it just became like my zen zone. Like it was good. And then I went through my breakup because I was like, actually, I don't want to be with you. That was literally it. I was like, we're just not.
Growing up sometimes is literally like just a wake up.
Just drink my drink.
Yeah, I just needed a little bit more.
You literally just almost like wake up sometimes and go, this is not me. I don't want to do. I've had so many experiences like that where I'm like, actually, you know what? I don't vibe with you and I'm sick of fucking pretending like I do. Like you just go, I can't deal with this. And it's 100%. Like jobs and people and partners and like even just general events. Sometimes you're like, I have so much anxiety coming here. Why do I come here?
It's literally why I quit my job last week.
You just stop doing it. You stop investing the time, the energy, the effort into things that you can take us like a step back and be like, actually, you don't fulfill me. You don't benefit my life. You actually cause me anxiety. You cause me depression. You cause me to like doubt whether or not like this is actually what I want to do for my life. But it does. It just happens.
It's almost even like after the fact as well. Like that's how I got through my breakup. In the recent months, I just had to literally be like, I'm just going to stop putting my energy into this because I know it's so unhealthy for me. And in that, I was able to like let go and move on. And that is like so important, finding that push to be able to take that next step into
to literally make that change. Yeah, because it is nerve-wracking.
Changing
sometimes.
Is so hard, and like when you look back and you hear the stories of like the things that we did and like the lives that we led, and it brings back so many memories. But like I don't miss it. Like I don't miss those days.
I'm glad we're not doing that, but I'm glad we did it.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did it then and not while we're 26
literally
to 28.
Like we're in our late 20s now, and like we had such good times, as you should when you're younger, but like just don't like make us. I guess you have to make your own mistakes, but like
as soon as you realize you're in like an uncomfortable situation, just decide to get out. No matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how many people like that you'll lose or might talk shit about you, or like a breakup might happen. It is so much better off to look back and be like, thank fuck I don't do that anymore.
And I feel like once you've reached that maturity level, I think the biggest thing when you're younger is everyone is just like, just say yes and just try something new, try something different. But I think you need to be able to categorize what things you can say yes to and be like, okay, new opportunities, new people, new environment, and like it's a good yes, and being able to also say no to save your energy. I feel like there's so many things that I wish I said no to. There's so many things that I wish I was like, okay, I shouldn't have invested that much time to. Like, I'm glad I did because it made me now.
Yeah.
But there's some things that I'm like, fuck, maybe 6 months less of that.
Yeah.
Or like,
Would have been really
like
nice.
3 weeks
maybe
less of
reined
that.
it in a little bit earlier.
Yeah, like wish someone told me that I was like completely off the rails. Like instead of just being like, yeah, send it, bitch. Like it's fucking like living.
I definitely saw you off the rails from a distance, but it wasn't really my place at the time. But I remember being like mildly concerned.
Me and one of my friends at the time, who was kind of like my supportive alcoholic drunk friend. Yeah. And we just went on a tangent together. And like, I'm not joking. Like there was a few hours of sleep in between. We went on a 23-day bender.
Oh my God, I remember that.
23 from New Year's Eve all the way until after my birthday.
She's going to blurt it anyway, but was that...
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember that.
Every single day, we literally caused, I don't know, I'm just thinking we did. I think we caused a shortage in sugar-free mixed berry cruises because we would buy, no word of a lie, 4 cartons a day. But we were buying bag. I don't even know how the fuck we were affording it because I wasn't going to work. Like I wasn't working.
Wow.
It was just like potluck of an environment and like, you know, guys giving us free bags. We were going to the club Thursday to Monday. Sorry,
Not
guys.
to be an enabler, but can I just say, like, you can fucking drink. Like, I've never met anyone.
You can party.
If I have like multiple cruises, which are like these like really bubbly, like candy, lolly, fruity water
that goes straight to your head and give you the worst hangover ever.
So much sugar. And like what cheap vodka it would be. Is that what cruises are?
It's a hangover in a tasty bottle.
Yeah. And if I have like, you know, 4 or 5 of them on a night, no matter what age I've had them, even when I was like at my peak of drinking, I would get like really bloated and feel sick and probably end up throwing up like pink or purple. You literally could just I've actually never seen you be like, it's time for me to stop. Like I've never seen you on a night out say that.
You want to know what? I gave up drinking in September. And I literally, I got drunk in September and I didn't get drunk again until my birthday just gone. Oh, Jordan's birthday, I was a little bit tipsy, which was like beginning of January.
Wow.
And then my birthday, I was like pretty drunk, but it was my birthday. But considering I used to go 5 nights a week being plastered and thinking like my anxiety was like not real. It was kind of just like from drinking and being hungover, I'd just like start drinking again because like that anxiety shakes.
Yeah.
For me, going like September to January, like I had like maybe like a few drinks with my family, but like no more than 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah.
And I was never getting drunk. And I just completely stopped. I stopped doing drugs. I just went on this like crazy mentality thing. I was also in a really dark place mentally. So my boyfriend was like, let's cut the alcohol and the drugs because it's not helping you.
Yeah.
And now I only drink on special occasions. So
this being a special occasion, but she's had less than a glass.
I literally,
of wine.
this is
You're
all
barely drinking.
I've had like this much.
But like, first time.
It also tastes like shit.
It doesn't.
Okay,
Oh
I actually don't hate it, but it reminds me of going to church when I was a kid and you'd like walk up
Really?
and you'd get like
Jesus
the little
blood.
wafers
What?
and
Jesus
then
blood.
they'd give you red wine.
What red wine is it?
Something with a pug on it.
Yeah.
A bulldog.
Yeah, it's
But, like,
actually
what
quite
kind?
nice.
Is it, like,
it's
Shiraz?
a red blend.
Oh.
Love a red blend.
Love a
No
red
complaining.
blend.
Couldn't tell you what.
Love.
3
It's
different
definitely
wines
not.
are.
It's definitely not even red wine weather, but we're here doing it.
It's always red wine weather.
Red is for
yellow,
winter.
yellow,
Red
yellow.
wine weather.
Red is for winter. White is for summer.
I don't really like many white wines.
Pink is
Really?
for breakups.
No. That's a goon sack.
That's a good
goon
one.
sack is for breakups.
Oh my God.
You've done a full 180 on your life now, though. Like, you're not stripping
Yeah.
anymore. You've just enrolled in a full-time course to
Dancing,
dancing
dance.
Monday to Friday, 8:45 to 3:30, with a bunch of like 18 to 20-year-olds, and it is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's
Really?
only been a week, but it honestly has. After 1 week, I'm like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is
Good.
exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Also, if you do want to see me dance in the meantime, my Instagram is easy. I'm a
down
teacher.
below.
I teach heels and lyrical and femme commercial to adults, beginner or advanced.
Fuck
So
yeah.
if you want to come dance with me in Brisbane or the Gold Coast, let me know.
We love a plug on this
We
podcast.
do. That was a good plug.
I
was
might
a
not be
great
a stripper
plug.
anymore, but I still have hustling in my blood. It will never leave.
I love
Period.
that.
It'll be there for life.
I feel like all of us are now at that position where we have that feeling of, oh my God, I'm in the right spot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything lately just feels, I literally said the other day to Bianca, I was like, I really miss acting because I did acting when I was like 22,
Yes.
right? And I was like, I said, I
Yes.
really miss it. Like that was really fun. I loved like my acting school and I loved having an agent. I just found it really fun, but I gave up. Well, I didn't give up. Me and my brother just kind of did it together and then stopped doing it because we, got stuck in like the grind of 9 to 5. Like we wanted, consistent
Pretty easy
income
for
and
time to pass when you're just trying to get by.
yes, so true.
And in a creative industry, honestly, like I did the same thing when I stopped dancing as much as I was when I was like growing up.
Mhm.
Is like your dream, if you let it becomes smaller and smaller because you
Definitely.
become like, okay, I need to be realistic.
Yeah.
How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this?
100%.
Like moving to fucking LA and
Yeah.
becoming like a full-time actor or singer or dancer isn't just moving to LA. Like
No,
you can't just
it is a
do
lot.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
there's
visas
so
and
much that
expenses.
goes behind it.
But when you're
And-
younger, you're a bit naive and you think, oh, I can just
Yeah.
do this. And yeah, so that definitely happened to us. We were like, oh, I don't know if we can do this.
Yeah.
And then, but recently, a friend of ours who works for a casting office in Sydney, she was like, oh, I know you guys don't really do acting anymore, but this like would really suit you. And we both read it and we were like, oh my God, this would be so fun. I said to my brother, I've been thinking about getting back into acting. He goes, oh my God, me too. Let's just try and do it. And we
Yeah.
thought we'd be terrible. Like, we're like, let's just film it and see how we go. And we literally had so much fun and it was so fucking awesome. And I applied and I was like, I actually feel like we're going to get this job. But if we don't, this has really like sparked something
Motivated
in me.
you
Yeah, to be like,
again.
oh my God, I really missed this
That's
so
what
much.
my course has done for me. Like it's
Yeah.
made me a little bit sad because I'm like, I wish I didn't let my dreams get smaller. I wish
Yeah.
I just manifested. And back when I was like 20, manifesting wasn't really like something that people spoke about unless you were kind of in touch with that spirituality.
It's
But
become a lot more mainstream now.
yeah, it's become something that people are more aware of, and people
Mm-hmm.
know that, like, striving towards your goals, like, you can literally do anything.
You can
And,
create
like,
anything.
the creator of the studio that I'm dancing at, she is just the most inspiring woman, and she just, like, on Wednesday, we literally had to write down all of our manifestation goals, like 12 months, 5 years, 10 years,
Wow.
like, and all of this stuff as a, like, everyone was just filling out booklets, like, we're making vision boards next week. Like, she really believes in the power of, like, manifestation and
That's sick.
not letting, like,
Oh my
your...
God, we should make a vision board.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
should make mini
God.
ones.
Mm.
Oh my God,
Can
that
we
was
all
so
actually
cute.
like, where do we all actually want to be in 3 years? Because it's been 3 years since we all lived together
Yeah.
and we've changed so much. We've just talked about that. Where do you want to be in 3 years from now?
I want to be in my peak dance.
Mhm.
Like, I want to be the best dancer I've ever been. I want to have my studio open.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm doing this course, is
Yep.
because I want to open my own studio.
Perfect.
So I want to do that. And I want a baby.
Nice.
I really want a baby. And I've
Yes.
wanted a baby for so long. So fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, had to put it on hold this year.
The dance.
But that's because Mama's got to...
Mama's got to shake
do-
it for a few more years.
Mama's
yeah.
gotta not let her body fall. Like, I can't throw my body away just yet. I feel
Yeah.
like I still have a year or two left on this body before my knees give out, or before my stomach doubles in size.
Yeah.
That, like, I need to invest my love and energy back into my
This
dance
passion, yeah.
Yeah.
before I injure myself, because
So you want to own a studio,
Yeah.
to have a baby. Anything else in 3 years?
I really want my mental health to be back to a point where like I feel like it's under control again. I feel it got a little bit wacky last year.
A little bit kooky.
I think it's all the drugs caught up, and I think coming off that, I quit smoking.
Wow, did you?
She doesn't smoke or vape anymore. Nothing.
Haven't smoked
Oh my God,
since July.
finally.
So
Yeah.
after 9 years of smoking, I literally
That's
just
so cool.
I thought I had bronchitis, and they were testing me in the doctors for like emphysema. So I just threw my vape out, and I was like, I never again.
Yes.
So if I can do it, and if I can quit smoking, like cigarettes for 7 years and vapes for 2, socially, and like a chimney. Like I'd go through like a 40 pack in like 2 days.
Literally.
If I can do it and just go cold turkey whilst also giving up alcohol and drugs, changing my environment, changing my sexuality, moving like houses, anyone can give up smoking.
Yeah.
So if you are thinking about it,
Fucking
just
do it.
throw it out.
Just do it.
Just throw it out.
What about you? What's your... I don't smoke cigarettes. I just vape when I'm really fucked up.
Okay.
I don't smoke ciggies. When was the last time I smoked a ciggy?
Yeah, you don't really smoke cigarettes.
I
but
mean,
vapes
you
are
know-
still just as bad.
My girlfriend doesn't like ciggies. She literally said that she'd sleep in the couch if I smoked a cigarette
Good.
because she
Good,
doesn't
me
want,
too.
want me to
Gross.
smell bad. And I'm like, fair.
Yeah,
Fair enough. It is
It
gross.
stinks.
And I don't want to even be in my own bed if I smell like ciggies.
Mm.
That shit
Nasty.
stinks.
Period.
Yeah. What about you, Zozo?
So in 3 years...
That's gross. Sorry, Zozo was too much.
That's fine, Jordyn.
Jordyn.
In 3 years, I definitely want to own a house by then because we already planned on that being a goal in the last like year, and then the housing crisis in the whole world just fucked everything up. So I probably want to own a house, whether I live in it or rent it out or something, who knows.
Yeah.
We want to move back to the US within the next 3 years. Probably
Just got you back.
I know.
I just got you back.
I know. We want to try to go to California. Like our home was Chicago, but we kind of want to go to California.
Period.
And we want to have a baby for sure. Honestly, within 3 years, I'd love to have 2.
Yeah.
I would love to have 2 within the next 3 years. I just want to pump them out.
Yeah. Once it
And-
starts, don't stop.
Literally. As soon as it's popped out, just get another one.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Like, just like be better with money as well.
Yeah,
like
period.
not that we're bad with money, but like I just want to learn more. Like I literally thought the other day, like, should I like buy some books or like study or something? Because how else are we going to get out of these like generational wealth curses that have been put on us unintentionally by our parents, the way we've been taught about money, unless we actually go and learn about money?
You know what? The director of my dance company was talking about this the other day.
Really?
And she came from a family who had like no money. There was 9 kids, single mom, and she created her business from like handing out flyers with her kids like in the
Literally.
mailboxes, and she had literally had like $40. That's what she was saying. And she said the one thing that really helped her was, or 2 things. She didn't want to ever have to tell her kids we can't afford it.
Yeah.
And then like mentally stop saying like I don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Like
That's been a big thing I've learned to stop
just
saying.
being like
stop saying I
positive
can't
about
afford
money
it.
and like stop being like, okay, we can't do this. Like
Saying
if you
it
want
out
to do
loud.
it,
Mm.
if you want to do it, make it happen.
Figure out a way to happen. I know. I say
Yeah.
this all the time. Like,
I can't talk. I'm still fucking broke as shit. But I heard
But
this
we're
like 3
learning.
days ago.
We're
So
learning.
give me 3 years and
Yeah.
I might have 1 comma in my bank account.
1 comma. Jordyn, what's your 3-year plan?
I don't know. I just want to keep like growing in the way that I'm going at the moment. I feel like my life only really started again a year ago.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I really only have started this life that I'm on now in December last year, well, year before last. And it's just like, I don't know what I want to do. I definitely know that I want to live abroad. Where that is, I assume it's going to be in the States, but also don't know. I have no idea. I'm kind of just like winging it. And this year, all I've done is winged it and just said yes to everything that I possibly could. And I had the best time of my life. So I'm kind of just like going with that. And now that I have the freedom of like making my own money, obviously I don't want to do OnlyFans forever. Like I'm going to eventually figure something out. But I also just like don't even know what I want to do for a career. And I don't even like want to pressure myself into figuring it out because
That's
who gives a fuck? I don't
Literally.
care if I don't. Like, I could have like 5 careers in my lifetime. I could do sales, which is what I have been doing for 10 years, and then literally never do it again. Do something else for 10 years.
Yeah.
Fuck that off. Like,
Have
if you find,
experiences.
some people get lucky and they find things that they want to do literally forever. They're like, this is what I want to do. And I had that, and my business closed, and we didn't, as a family business that fell apart. It just, nothing has ever been enough for me to want to like create my own business again since that closed down. So I've kind of just been like winging it.
Yeah.
And obviously, since going through a divorce at such a young age and literally having to start from the bottom and start again, I've just been winging it, and so far so good. So
Period.
I'm just trying to be happy and positive and healthy and be my best self, and whatever comes from that, I'm just gonna go with that.
The universe will give you whatever it is that you need to be doing at that
Literally
point of time.
everything that I've just kind of let go and been like, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and not like tried to have such a long view on my future, because obviously that all changed when I got divorced. So instead of like looking about like what my future is going to be like, I'm just kind of taking it as it comes, and it's working out for me. So
Because sometimes you just can't plan it. And sometimes it's not from a negative change, but like you could make a plan. Like we literally were saving for a house for so long, and that was our only goal, and all we cared about was work. We never did anything socially. We literally said no to everything. So we're like, no, we're saving so much money. And then after a while, we were like, fuck, this is so annoying. Like, we're literally not doing anything fun. We're not living life. We don't see anyone anymore. This is just like shit.
yeah.
And you don't want your 20s to just slip away.
No
Like,
way.
Yeah, you can have like a nice house and like a beautiful car and like
Absolutely.
you know,
And
set yourself up, but like
I'm
you
so
can never
proud
get
of-
those.
So
years
proud
back.
of the friends of ours that are like that. So,
Yeah.
so
It's not
many
a
of
bad
our friends
thing.
that have
It's not a bad
houses and
thing.
cars, and or like I have a car, but like so many of our friends that have homes, and they've done all these, and they've knuckled down for those few years and been like,
It's not a bad thing.
not
No.
at all. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would rather travel and experience life with $100 in my bank account and be able to be like, you know what, this is my last $100 and it's going to get me on a flight to somewhere I've never been before. I'm going to do that over saving it for a
Plus,
house.
there is so many outside
Right
factors.
now,
like
anyway.
some of the people who, like in my life, who have already bought houses, you know, like I would feel more ahead of me in some ways. You know, they did it like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we at the moment are also dealing with literally a massive housing crisis. So sometimes it's
Huge.
not just us giving up and going, oh, fuck it, I just want to party. It's just like, you just feel like you're like literally fighting a brick wall, and the universe is telling you, stop fucking focusing on this. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. And then when you finally change your mind, you're like, oh my God, why was I like doing all that? Making myself miserable when it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. What is that thing you said before that you asked them something about for the next episode?
If like tell us experiences that
Oh, things that you dealt with that your exes did to you.
Oh, yes.
that
you
you're
put up
like
with.
you're like, how the fuck did I let that slip?
That you would never put up with now.
Should we do exes and like ex friends?
Yeah. Just
Oh my
people,
God, absolutely.
People
On
in your
topic.
life who...
I actually don't have any ex-friends anymore. I've made all my
We're all here.
all my bridges
Yeah.
have been fixed.
any like red flags that you now would notice straight away
Yeah.
in someone, please email them to me. I'll put
Period.
the business email down below again so that we can read some of them out next time.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed our growth.
Honestly,
Just our-
If you've been there since day one, please let us know
Mhm.
who you think has grown the. No, I'm kidding. I just want to know that I'm doing really well.
if you want to give Emily some hype, comments
Yeah.
below.
Our Instagrams are
Any
down
of
below.
us, to be honest.
Yeah, just come
Yeah.
share some love. Our TikToks are down below. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, and we hope you grow just as much.
Just as much.
Let's
and
go-
if not more, because, you know,
Because we
life-
lift others up around us.
Come on, inspiration. So